loud out. The Indians are coming to bat.
.28-year-old Manny Banuelos will be making his 8th start, and coming off his last start that came against the Boston Red Sox in 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 10 hits and 9 runs, and all the hits and runs came in the 3rd inning. So he was knocked out of that game early. First start ever against the Tribe.
With the left-hander on the hill, Lindor, Ramirez, Santana will bat from the right side, the 3 switch hitters. Jordan Luplow in there from the right side, Roberto Perez as well, all the others left-handed hitters. How about Jose Ramirez? Last night, his first ever walk-off home run. Got the Indians their first win in the series against Chicago. And Tito said, look, you get into the 9th inning in that situation, and he said, to me, the key was the guy at the plate. When Lindor steals second base, it changes the whole dynamic of the inning, because now a base hit wins the game.
Right.
All Ramirez has got to do is get a base hit. And so now the pressure ratchets up on that pitcher, knowing that, man, I've got to make almost a perfect pitch here, because if he just pokes one through, they're going to win the game. And what happens? He throws a fastball and it goes right down the middle of the plate.
And he had the count in his favor, a 3-1 count.
Yep.
He had first base open, and Jose was 1 for 10 against him in his career, but he challenged him with a fastball, and Jose beat him.
Yeah, and Herrera said after the game, he goes, I figured I had to go with my best pitch. I just didn't want it to go right down the middle of the plate like that.
And that's what happens.
Now the 1-2. Pitchers have told me over the years, Arch, you know, when you get in that spot and you're trying to make the perfect pitch, a couple of bad things could happen. Either you squeeze the ball so tight that you spike it into the ground, or you end up throwing it down the middle just because you're so tense. You're not free and easy.
Well, and that's the situation. Game on the line, you know, everything is ramped up a little bit. The game speeds up.
Talk about nerves or pressure.
You try and be perfect, and sometimes when you try to be perfect, that's when you run into some issues.
3-2 to Lindor. And he smacks it into the glove of Moncada at third for out number 1. Boy, that was a vicious line drive, and Moncada snow-coned it, but he was able to haul it in.
Check out the White Sox D. It'll be Delmonico in left, Garcia in center, Tilson over and right on the infield, Moncada at third, Anderson at short, Sanchez at second, Alonso at first. McCann back in there today doing the catching.
Tell you something else too. Lurie Garcia in center field, not a big guy, but a very good throwing arm, accurate arm. He has 8 outfield assists. That is number 1 in the league. So if you're on base today, be careful trying to go the extra bag against him. And we haven't seen him play a lot. It might just be a case where he's been, boom, hit your cutoff man, and you know, that might lead to good things too.
Accuracy certainly helps. You get the ball, you get rid of it quickly, and get it to your cutoff man. It's a little different throwing from center field to throw guys out on the bases.
Yeah. Jason Kipnis with a bouncer to second base. Sanchez throws him out 2 down. Well, our stat of the game brought to you by Buick. Jose has reached in 17 straight games via walk or hit. That's the longest current streak in the league. He's hit almost 300 now at home. And, you know, he's been very good with runners in scoring position, which is, as you said before, batting average in and of itself can be overrated or misleading. It's when you get your hits. And look, Jose, it's been a struggle. We know he's a better hitter than what he has shown to this point.
Yeah, well, when he breaks out of it, someone's going to pay. Someone will pay.
Been able to get some clutch hits here and there. And that's something Terry Francona believes too, that with Jose Ramirez, you may see a quantum leap here in the very near future.
Well, the thing you like to see is that every game, you know, for the last, would you say, 17 games, he's found a way to get on base, and that's a good start right there. It doesn't always have to be by hits, but you gradually work your way out of slumps. You just don't come out one game and hit, like yesterday, hit a home run, and then all of a sudden everything's solved. Doesn't work that way. A lot of hard work goes into it, and it takes a long time sometimes to get out of it.
Up the middle, and it's through. A 2-out single for Jose Ramirez.
Now think about it. Last night when he had the first hit, he goes the other way. He's taking the ball the other way now, left-handed, right-handed, hit one right up the middle. And that's the key right there. He didn't put a big swing on. He didn't try to pull a ball. He pretty much hit it where it's pitched. When he does that, he's going to be just fine. So a 2-out single for the Indians now.
You know, the other thing that we haven't really talked about, and I haven't heard anybody talk about, it's the fact that, look, the last 2 years, his numbers have been off the charts. He's hit over 300 in 17 with 29 homers, 83 batted in. Last year, batted 270, 39 homers, 105 driven in. He may not reach those numbers again, and it doesn't mean that he's suddenly going into a tailspin. It's just that those are some incredible numbers, and it's the guys that do that year in and year out, they go to the Hall of Fame. Fouled back. It's okay to maybe.
You see, everybody expects when you put up a number to get better the next year, and you're right, it doesn't work that way because the league is on to you. They try and find your holes. Every year is different.
You have a red circle next to your name when the pitchers look at the lineup.
You hit 39 homers and things like that. Yeah, they pitch around guys like you. They're not going to go in there and challenge you. If you have somebody hitting behind you that's not swinging it as well as you, they're going to go face them.
Santana with a smash to third. Moncada played it off of his chest and is still able to recover and throw him out to end the inning. No score after 1 in Cleveland. There's the leadoff man for Chicago here in the second, James McCann. Sat out last night. Has gone 3 for 7 in the series with a home run. 35 games into the season, and McCann is off to a terrific start this year. You always, I think, as a general manager, one of the things that maybe keeps you up at night is, did we give up too soon on a guy? And I think that's a difficult thing to balance when you're in player development. You know, how many opportunities do you give a player if he doesn't maybe reach the expectations that you as an organization had for him? And for Detroit, you know, McCann, I think he was dinged up, had some injuries here and there, but he's never really put it together. Maybe he blossoms with the White Sox.
Well, I'll tell you, he's off to, like you said, a great start. 359 average, 3 homers, 9 ribbies. He's got 7 multi-hit efforts over the last 12 games.
One down as Tyler Naquin hauls that in right field.
Well, watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At-Bat Premium, allowing you to stream live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB TV for the details.
And it wasn't like Detroit just kicked him to the curb. He became a free agent.
Sometimes change is better, for some people. You get an opportunity with a different organization, and you get a different outlook, and maybe you fit in a little better. You feel more comfortable, or something clicks.
Yeah. Nicky Delmonico hits a ground ball to second base. We've seen it. You hear it all the time when it comes to coaching changes, Rick. They say sometimes you'll hear the phrase, we needed a new voice in the clubhouse, in the locker room, just needed a different voice. And so maybe for a player, when you change organizations, it's the different voices that you hear. Maybe it just, for whatever reason, maybe it's